What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today I know I made the ranking on them and tips. I know those are more tips on how to use them, but we're doing a real tier list today, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna just be doing it on my personal preference and who I think is S tier, F tier, and A tier, B tier, C tier, and all of them. Yeah, it's just personal preference. So sorry if you don't agree with me. So first up on our list is going to be Ash. I'm going to put Ash in C tier. Hear me out. Yeah, because she is really good at getting out of positions. I will admit that, because her portal can get you out of positions and all that stuff. But also, she is probably the least, in my opinion, the least good support, or not assault legends. Because she doesn't have very good abilities besides her portal. I know that thing does trap you for a second, but it just does 1 damage, and you can still shoot is the problem. You can still shoot at them, do everything you really can normally. Next up on our list is Loba. I'm gonna have to put Loba in B tier. Yeah, because she can help her team a lot with her Loba Black Market and all that. She's also pretty good at getting out of positions, but she's not a skirmisher. We gotta remember that. And out of the support legends, she doesn't really support compared to Newcastle or Gibraltar. So because she can't help her teammates heal, all she does is really let them loot a little bit. Gibraltar. I'm gonna have to put Gibraltar in A tier. Gibraltar is really good for your healing teammates, so you can get range, place your bubble, and you could res them super easily. It's a good time for your teammates to heal and for you to heal. So yeah, his bubble's super useful, and his airstrike, in my opinion, is just a better version of Bangalore's. I'm pretty sure it does a little bit less damage, but it's still I think it's just a better version of Bangalore's airstrike. Next up is Pathy. I'm going to have to put him in B tier. I'm a Pathy main, and I know I'm just doing this off of if you don't know how to use them. Pathy, if you don't know how to use them very well, not the best. You have to learn his grapple moves, but just by himself, he's good for rotation. That's really it. But if you learn how to do his grapple moves, he's an S tier, because you can do a bunch of crazy movement. Next up is Horizon. Horizon, it's got to be B tier again for me. Horizon is really good at Black Hole and everything, but her tactical ability is probably one of the least reliable abilities. You can get high ground, but it's super easy to laser people while they're on it, and it goes so slow compared to Pathy's hook or something like that. Next up, we have Ballistic. Ballistic I'm also kind of a Ballistic main. I'm gonna have to put him in C tier. If his ultimate's really good for team efforts, but his sling weapon, it does overheat their gun, but it only does 1 damage and barely does anything. You just have to get away and just shoot your gun at the floor and it's done. Next up is Bangalore. I'm gonna have to put Bangalore in A tier too. I know I said the airstrike's not as good, but the tactical is really good too. She can, for teammates, she can just place cover and run away, because her smoke, it'll block everybody from seeing them, and they can get out of really bad positions like that. Next up on our list is Bloodhound. I'm gonna have to put Bloodhound in another A tier. Bloodhound's really good for. He's a really good recon legend in my opinion. He does help the team, plus he helps himself at the same time with his ultimate ability. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put Bloodhound in A tier. Next up, Catalyst. I'm gonna have to put Catalyst in E tier. Out of every control legend, if you don't know how to use her, because most people put it next to doors, she's not very good. And her wall is good for rotation, but you can just walk straight through it and you can still see a little bit. Next up, Caustic. I know you guys might not agree, but I'm going to have to put Caustic in the S tier. Hear me out. Caustic, if you're a type of player that rats, he is the best you can use. Basically, if you're trying to help a team out and they're healing in a room, you can place your gas traps everywhere and they come in, you can just laser them. It slows them down, deals damage, and it lets you in, it makes them not want to heal and get them out of, and it makes them hyperventilate. So they don't really know what to do, which definitely helps. And then next up is Rampart. I know I ranked her, I think, B last time, so that's what I'm going to put her in. She's pretty good for cover and everything, but she is, her cover is probably one of the least reliable control legends. His cover's pretty good, but definitely one of the least reliable control legends. Next up, Revenant. Right now, I'm going to have to put Revenant in E tier. Right now, his abilities are just really bad. You can just break his death totem, or it's super easy to laser them. And his Revenant thing, does cancel abilities. That's the only reason I didn't put him in D tier. Next up is Seer. I'm gonna have to put Seer in S tier. He's the best recon legend in my opinion, and he can help the team. He's just pretty much not help himself, but help the team a bunch. His tactical slows them down a little bit. It's like slows them down so they can't look as quick. And its ultimate lets his teammate know where everybody is, which is super awesome. Next up is Valk. I gotta go Valk, another S, just for a skirmisher, one of the best skirmisher characters, I think. Basically, she can help rotate, she can get up high ground super easily, and it's a little harder to laser her, even if you know how to move with her. And her ultimate definitely helps your teammates get away from bad positions. Next up, Crypto. I'm gonna have to put Crypto in D tier. If you don't know how to use him, he's horrible. Basically, his EMP does crack their shield a little bit, but they can just heal it up right away again. His drone, they can just break it super easily. And compared to the other recon legends, you can't break the Seer's tactical. You can't break Bloodhound's tactical. You can't break Bloodhound's ultimate. So yeah. Next up on tier list is Fuse. I'm gonna have to put Fuse in D tier, just like Crypto. Basically, Fuse is his tactical's pretty good, but his ultimate, it's useless pretty much. You can still move a little bit. It does slow you down, but you can still move, and it does like 2 damage per hit. It's just not very good. But his tactical is the one that doesn't put him in F tier. Speaking of F tier, we got Mirage. Right now, he's horrible. You can already tell which one is him. Even when he uses his ultimate, you can just tell which one is him. So yeah, that's really why I put him in F tier. Next up is Vantage. I'm gonna have to put Vantage in E tier. Basically, Vantage is pretty good for a rotation. She can get high ground. Her sniper's pretty good, but you can just grab a Kraber to compare with that sniper. I know it does mark where they are and stuff, which is awesome. And that's why I put her in E tier. Not D tier, not F tier, E tier. Next up is Watson. Watson's great. I've got to put her in a B tier. Basically, Watson, her fences, if you know how to use her fences, it's pretty good. But if you don't, it's just decent. Because you can block doors, wait for them to heal. They can break the doors. And her ultimate for endgame is amazing, because you can just heal up shield if you're out or something. So for endgame, definitely go for Watson. Next up, we have Wraith. I'm gonna have to put Wraith in C tier. Wraith is good for by yourself a little bit maybe, or something. You're just trying to gain points with her. But basically, only thing she's pretty good for getting out of positions and stuff. She can port her team out. But just for a skirmisher, not very good. Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie's honestly, in my opinion, a C tier too. She can, her ultimate's pretty good, makes her fast, helps your team rotate. And her tactical, if they're hiding on doors, which a lot of people tend to do, it definitely helps. And it slows them down, I think, a little bit. So it's definitely helpful. Newcastle. Every big legend, or like the 2 big legends, Gibraltar and Newcastle, deal a little bit less damage. So Newcastle's definitely going in A tier, because he can place his thing for better rotation to get his team out of positions. Yeah, and even his tactical's really good for rotation. And like every support legend, he can craft, which is amazing. Octane, for a skirmisher, A tier. He's a really good skirmisher character, and he's good for a rotation. Getting out of positions like every other skirmisher character, pretty much. Lifeline, B tier. Like I said in the video, she's good for a team, but by herself, horrible. She's good for a team. She can auto-res her teammates and stuff. But yeah, that's really it. She can heal her teammates. But yeah, that's really it for today. That's the Apex tier list. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And if you can, make sure to like and subscribe. And peace out, everybody.